Hi, today we'll be working on an example with pointers in C. So this is just a continuation of the pointers video series, or the programming in C tutorials. We'll just be continuing with pointers, and today we'll work with character pointers. So I just have a main function here already open in my IDE. I'm just going to declare a character array named name of 256 elements. And then we'll say we have a another array of also, actually we don't even need that many spaces, so let's just say like 20. I think we don't need that many, so we'll just say 20 for now. And we'll just put a semicolon there. So we'll just start setting some of the indexes, so we'll say name of array index 0 points to the character C. And I'll just continue with the initializations going down to 10. So we'll set this one to O. Two I'll set to M. So uppercase the character M. And this will go all the way to 10, so I'll just continue to do this. You guys can follow along in your IDE, hopefully you guys are, so that way you guys learn better. Better way to learn is to practice doing it yourself, coding, getting your memory, muscle memory, working with your memory, that way your fingers know what to type. And it just helps you remember better. If you just watch, you won't get as much out of it. So for 4, we'll set it to null. The way to signal null is with the /0. Is /0? I think it's /0 and semicolon. That should be on the ASCII character table. It should be is it the first one? It's a little confusing because it doesn't actually say null, it says like something else, I think. But it should be null, so then for number 5 we'll just have a just an empty space. And for the name array of array index 6 we'll have the character 2. Seven we'll have a 1 for 7. We'll have the character 3 for array index 8. And we'll have for array index 9 we'll have a 0 character, not a string. Remember, string is double quotes. So character, it's just a single quote. Then if it's just a single quote, then it can just hold one character only. If it's a string, it can hold multiple characters in a string. For name of array index 10, we'll signal the null with /0. So now we'll have a printf statement. And we'll say printf with the string course number, so we'll say printf course number equals to %s, new line, and we'll just pass a name for the end. So you're probably wondering where the pointers are. So in this example here, it's just all it's doing is just really just calling this %p here. So we're having %p as a format specifier /n, and then we'll pass in name again, and then we'll have another printf here, printf, and then we'll say course number again, points to %s, new line, and then we'll say the address of, so n% in brackets name of arrayIndex5. So you want the address of name of arrayIndex5. Then below we'll just take a scanf, and we'll say we want %s, and we'll get name. We don't need the ampersand because it's a string, I believe, but I think it works with it as well. And finally, that should be all, so we'll just save that. So we have our two arrays. We have our two arrays, and we have index 0 to 10. As it's a character array, we've set them to each index to a character. Well, not each index, but we have our, sorry, did I say 256 elements? So we just have them set to 20 elements instead. And we have set them to COMP null space 2130, so it's just a class at a university. And then we have a null at the end. Then we're printing out the course number with the string modifier, and then new line common name. Then we have printf %p new line common name. Then we have printf course number equals %s/n, comma the address of name of arrayIndex5. Then scanf if we want to take something for name, and to store it in the name, we want to change the name. And that should be all. So we will just save that, and we will set a breakpoint here. Actually, we don't really need to set breakpoints until here, so we'll just click the debug icon, let that compile, and just wait for that. Okay, so we also, so that's alright, so let's just look at the first part. So we have course number equals %s. So we're looking for what name is here. So our local variables are at the bottom. We're just looking for the string. We want the %s of name. So that should just be a normal, no pointers there, so we'll just step over. I have it in my external console, so you guys won't be able to see it. But if you guys can see it on your output, right now mine just says course number equals to COMP. Course number points to name. So we want the %s of name. Did I mess that up? Name equals. Okay, so I think it's only going to show until the first space. So that's why we only saw COMP instead of 2130. Did I mess that up with the string? So we have course number, no, that's right, course number equals name and course number equals. I think there might be a, that's actually fine. So since there's a space, we can only see the course number equals COMP. Since it's also a character array as well only. So then we will print out the next part. We're wanting the pointer value of name. And it should give us a memory location. So what I have on my screen is 6 zeros. So 6 zeros, 3C05BFF840, so it's just some memory location. So when we just call a pointer P, if we're just looking for the pointer P or the %P of a name, then it's just going to get the address since there's no pointer value in name. So name is just, there's no asterisk, so it's just going to get the memory location. So that's why it just gave us a memory location. So now we're going to print the course number equals %s, so we're going to get the address of name of array index 5, but we're going to get what's stored there as a string. So we have course number is equal to array index 5. So it's going to print what's in the array until the next terminating null. So we got 2130 since it's a character array. So just kind of like some little tricks with a characters array that's just storing characters rather than a string itself. Because usually when we have a string, we just say we have a character name array of 20 elements is set to some string, right? Then it'll print out the whole thing. But if we have them separated like this, in just individual characters at each index, then it's just going to print them until the first space or null. So lastly, it just takes some input. Well, we don't really need that. So that is the example. Hopefully you guys understand.